Turkey is taking its Kaan fifth-generation fighter to the next level, and this time, the fighter may not have to fight alone. Turkey is developing a concept known as Manned-Unmanned Teaming, or MUMT, where the manned Kaan fighter could act as the commander of a team of unmanned combat aircraft. Imagine a Kaan fighter entering a heavily defended battlefield while several unmanned aircraft fly alongside it. The pilot doesn't have to personally perform every dangerous mission. Instead, Kaan could coordinate these unmanned wingmen, assigning them tasks such as reconnaissance, electronic warfare, suppression of enemy air defenses, and even precision strikes. This is where Turkey's autonomous wingman flight concept comes into the picture. Turkish Aerospace Industries has demonstrated the concept of using the Kaan as a command platform for unmanned aircraft. One of the key platforms involved is the Anka-3, a stealthy flying wing UCAV designed for reconnaissance and strike missions. The concept also involves Baykar's Kizilelma, a jet-powered unmanned combat aircraft designed for high-speed operations. The idea is simple but powerful. The Kaan remains the manned command aircraft, while its unmanned wingmen operate ahead of the fighter or in more dangerous areas. For example, one drone could search for enemy radar systems. Another could perform electronic jamming. A third could attack an air defense position. And the Kaan pilot could coordinate the overall mission from a safer position. But none of this is possible without a reliable communication system. That's where Aselsan's Indigenous Flight Data Link, or IVDL, becomes extremely important. The system is designed to provide secure, high-bandwidth, and electronic warfare-resistant communication between the aircraft. In simple terms, Kaan needs to be able to communicate with its unmanned wingmen, even when the battlefield is filled with radar interference and electronic jamming. The aircraft also need to share information, receive commands, and coordinate their actions in real time. Turkey is reportedly working toward having communication, targeting, and guidance links between Kaan and Anka-3 operational before Kaan enters Turkish Air Force service. But Turkey isn't waiting for Kaan to become fully operational before testing these technologies. The country has already been using other aircraft as intermediate test platforms. For example, the Hürjet Advanced Jet Trainer has been involved in demonstrations involving Anka-3, including formation flying and control-related tests. These experiments are helping engineers develop the technologies and tactics required for future manned-unmanned operations. And the concept could go even further. Anka-3 itself could potentially carry smaller unmanned systems, such as Super Şimşek. These smaller systems could be used as decoys, electronic warfare platforms, or one-way attack systems. That means a large unmanned aircraft could launch smaller drones, closer to the enemy while remaining farther away from the most dangerous threats. Turkey is also developing a much broader drone swarm ecosystem. STM, for example, has demonstrated swarm operations involving cargo loitering munitions, where multiple drones can be coordinated by a single operator. Baykar has also demonstrated AI-assisted swarm technologies involving multiple unmanned aircraft operating together. These systems are designed to detect targets, maintain formation, navigate and coordinate their actions with reduced human intervention. The advantage of a swarm is obvious. So where does Kaan fit into all of this? The long-term vision is to transform Kaan from simply a fifth-generation fighter into a flying command and control node. The pilot could receive information from multiple sensors and unmanned platforms, make critical decisions, and distribute tasks across the formation. In a future battlefield, the Kaan may not need to be the aircraft doing every job. Instead, it could become the aircraft directing the fight. The manned fighter provides human decision-making, advanced sensors, and command capability, while unmanned wingmen provide additional weapons, sensors, and combat mass. This could allow Turkey to conduct missions such as ISR, electronic attack, SCAD, and precision strikes, while reducing the exposure of the pilot. But there is an important reality check. Kaan, Anka 3, and Kızılelma are still under development and testing. Getting individual aircraft to fly successfully is one challenge. Getting multiple aircraft to communicate, understand the battlefield, coordinate their actions, and operate reliably under heavy electronic warfare is a much bigger challenge. Autonomy, secure data links, artificial intelligence, target identification, and rules for human control all have to work together. If Turkey succeeds, however, the result could be much more than a new fighter aircraft. It could be a network of manned and unmanned combat aircraft working together as one force. And that is the bigger story behind Kaan. The future fighter may not be the aircraft carrying the most weapons. It could be the aircraft commanding the largest team of unmanned systems. Turkey's Kaan program is moving toward exactly that kind of battlefield architecture. Thanks for watching. What do you think about Turkey's Kaan and its future drone wingmen? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more aviation and aerospace updates.